Hello everybody, my name is Bronymous, and today we're going to be starting the first of my LPs. Yes, I am going to start doing LPs or BPs, Brony Plays. I don't know, that's a work in progress title from when this video is being uploaded, but that is what I'm going to be doing. I'm going to be playing video games. I'm going to be playing games of all kinds. I may play only SNES. I might play NES. Hey, I might just even play some PC games. Toho. Setmania. But besides those, I will not be doing games like 360, PS3, none of that. So without further ado, let's get into a game that I owned as a child. Fascinatingly enough. Aladdin has always been, like... What I found most amazing about the Aladdin movie was that when I found out that Robin Williams, voice of the genie, the whole genie character was not scripted. Which is why he wasn't able to win an award for it. I think the songs were the only thing that was scripted, but like all of his dialogue wasn't scripted. He did it all improv. Man, he could have been a great cast member on Whose Line Is It Anyway, huh? Just to let you know, I will not be getting all of the red jewels, but so let's tell you a little bit about Aladdin, the game. So you play as Aladdin. As you can see, you have a little Abu friend. You can jump on enemies like Mario, and that's going to be your main version of attack. You may notice this version is a lot different than the, I think Genesis is what it was on, but I'm not really a huge fan of the Genesis version where you get like a sword and stuff, because this just feels more natural. I mean, Aladdin only has a sword, what, twice in the movie? You can run around, jump at enemies. Once you pick up this cloth thing, which is the icon up there in the upper right, you can do this. Whee! Okay, I'm an idiot. Out of here you can get bread, which restores your health. You can take 3 hits up there, but you can also get more hits from a mini-game that will be coming up. Or, I believe, yeah, you collect little red orbs, which have hearts on them. You have a life counter up there with a little Aladdin image, and this is really fun to do. Just go from a high height and use this. Going from a high height and just falling won't actually damage you. Like, fall damage in a platformer, to me, has always been really retarded. Hi, Bubsy. But you can also, as you can see, it says 9 jewels up there. There's little green jewels and red jewels, and depending on how many red jewels you collect throughout the game, you may get a different ending scene, but we'll get to that later. Finally, you have apples that you can use, which stun enemies. I think it kills smaller enemies. Like later on, we're going to come across scorpions that'll kill. As you can see, you just throw 1 and your counter goes down, and the more you throw. Let me just use this guy as an example here. Example for a few things. Hit him, stunned, and you jump on him, you'll kill him. If you get hit, you fly back with a whoa. You're invincible and for a little bit, and you lose a heart. Once you lose all 3 hearts, you die. Now, you probably won't see me die, because it's not an easy game to die on, and that's how you kill him. Mario. There are bosses. They all work differently, but most of them have the same mechanic of just jumping on them. What else? That was a red jewel you just saw me collect. If you collect 100 jewels, which definitely seems to be the mainstay in games, and I just lost another piece of health because I'm talking and not playing properly. But that seems to be a mainstay in games. You collect... Fuck. Okay, we'll go to the end of the level here. And we get the genie minigame. Genie minigame is just a wheel that spins and you get different things depending on what it lands on. I believe if you land on a heart, you either get another heart or it refills your hearts. If you get a 1-up or a 2-up, then you get obviously a 1-man or a 2-man. Actually, I think the stars refill your hearts and the heart gives you an extra heart. Might be wrong. The genie, which is the hardest goddamn thing to get, gives you a continue. So let's see what we get here. Shit. One away from getting genie. If I had a coin for every time that happened. Oh, okay, no. So getting those actually gives you extra continues. Or lives, I think. Lives? Continues? Continues, as you can see. Because I still have 3 lives. So continuing on with the game. As you can see, apples came out of that one, but sometimes it'll be health. These are enemies. Take them out with those, or just jump on them. I opt to jump on a lot of enemies because it's just easier. It pretty much kills. I love these guys. Look, look, look. Where'd he go? I don't know. Doink. And I really wish that would have killed them, but it does not kill them, unfortunately. One more red jewel, and we proceed down here. This guy's reaction is different depending on if he hits you or not. He gets pissed if he missed, then charges you, boom. Show what happens if he hits you. He should respawn. Excellent. If he hits you, he laughs at you, and then charges you. And I was an idiot, I was gonna die there. There's another red jewel out here. Just run off the edge, and... Is my memory fucked? I swear to God I remember a jewel being out there. Could have already gotten it, could be a different place. I don't remember. Anyways, head right down here, and you get a chicken, which is a full life heal. Also notice that touching those enemies normally hurts you, but touching them when they're stunned does not, which is very abusable. And there's this guy. Here's something I really like to do. Just goad him into coming over here, and boom. Kick him right in the face. This is kind of a difficult part because you can't like hurt them on the right side, and these guys will screw you up if you don't know what you're doing. Oh no, wait, here's where the red jewel is. That was lucky. But here's where the red jewel is. Yoink. And we continue on. Obviously, this game's levels are modeled after scenes from the movie, which is something a lot of games adapted from movies don't do. This game decided to go with the first, little musical part from the first scene of the movie. Each stage is usually like 3 levels, I think, and this is the 3rd level, I believe. No, I think it's like 3 levels and a boss, I believe. Don't quote me on that. Really love the detail here of the castle and the little backdrop down there of the little Agrabah. I love it. I love this game. This game is very fun, and I could play it for hours. Doink. That sound effect. This is just a very, very well done game. I actually think that that all renditions of games by Capcom, like all movie games back then, were done good. Before Capcom went to shit. Ow. Before Capcom went to shit, and before movie games went to shit, though this was probably afterward too. There's a lot of bad movie games on the NES. But NES limits. That's why I don't like ever hearing the excuse about graphical limits or anything like that, because look at this game. It's beautiful. Just ahead of time, just a note to make about the rest of my LPing. I will rarely, if at all, be using save states unless it's like a ROM hack. Like a Mario ROM hack or something like that, as if there aren't like 50,000 people that LP Mario ROM hacks, I just don't like using them. I like playing the game as if I were playing it on a Super Nintendo, despite the fact that I'm using a Xbox 360 controller. As a kid, this one was always really hard for me to get. I keep falling off, but as an adult, oh, never mind. Oh, Christ. So that is my first death in the game. As you can see, my counter went down and I died. My total gems are still the same as is my apple count. And that red gem will now have turned into a green gem. Any red gems that you've collected, like, for example, see? Green gem. Became a green gem. And bread that I don't need. And look, that same 1-up. Yes, you can continuously collect this 1-up every time, which is why you will have continuous lives unless you... I have never, ever, in this game, except when I was a kid, and maybe with the level with the fire, where you're riding on the carpet, which you'll see later, one of my favorite parts now as an adult, but brutal as a kid. This part's really fun, but you have to be really careful. There's a red gem over there. I can't remember how to get to it without... I do not know if you can get it without killing yourself. I'm not going to try. Oh no, it's that one. I'm gonna see if I can get that one without killing myself. I'm not entirely sure if I will succeed. Yeah, I did it. Meaning you cannot get that one without that. Good to know. And that is the end of that level. This is the final level of stage 1. This is the boss. I can't remember if he actually shows up in the movie or not. I mean, I think he does, but I don't really remember. He is an extremely easy boss, and there is an easy way to goad him into attacking you. He goes into this phase where he can't be touched, like you jump on him and you'll get hurt. You actually can't jump on him until he slashes. But while he's in that phase, if you throw an apple at him, you can knock him out of the phase and have him slash at you. Really a long, tedious boss fight that is made shorter. As you can see, he's harassing Jasmine, and now he's focused on us. Wait for him to slash. I like the little Abu up there, punching. And then you can stop that with an apple, but I didn't, because I'm an idiot. Also, if you throw an apple at him, doesn't work. You have to wait for him to slash, jump on him. Usually people go up there, I just do this. And get him out of the animation. As you can see, not a long boss fight at all. Aladdin and Jasmine's meeting for the first time. The prince... Ooh. Might have spoiled something if I had said that all the way through. The street rat thief and the princess. As you can see, you get a little password, which is the faces of each character from the movie, or at least a lot of them. And you get a little red gem counter. I only missed 2, and I'm pretty sure I know where they are. So that was the first stage of Aladdin for the Super Nintendo. Stay tuned, I'm Bronymous, and I'll see you in part 2.